happening, and then you kind of get into your groove of being able to play your game?
Yeah, I think it's just all about comfortability. Kind of, obviously we're watching film on what they're doing, but they're obviously going to have a game plan just like we are. So kind of settling in, okay, what are they going to do this game? How are they going to stop us, or how do they think they are, and go from there.
I know it's team first, but talk about your individual process that you kind of work through as well.
I like to soak it all in. I like to feel the energy of the crowd, kind of be where my feet are at, and kind of enjoy the moment and not get too high, don't get too low, just keep it steady.
Right, thank you.
Where do you see the offense's synchronicity at this point and being able to function compared to maybe your experience at Oregon State? Like, where do you think it is at this point?
I think we're in a good spot. I think conceptually, I think we have a good grasp on what we want to do and how we're going to do it. So I think we're in a good spot right now. Things just getting better each and every day.
Operationally, then?
Operationally, I think we're fine. I think crew's been together since spring ball, so we're kind of gelling off each other.
We didn't get to talk to you last week, but just what it mean to you to be named a captain, and I guess how were you able to do that in 8.5 months or so, you know?
Yeah, I thought it was really cool because our captains are voted on by the team. So obviously these guys see me as a representation of the group, and I appreciate that a lot. So now my goal is just to represent them the way they want me to.
A lot of your coaches have described you as quiet. Like, did you try to act, do some different things when you got here in terms of trying to be that leader or anything, or is this just you? I mean,
I didn't try to be like too vocal, try to be someone that I'm not. I would just say I tried to obviously I understand their philosophy and the culture that they want to bring. So I tried to just instill that in these guys and kind of help them learn the playbook on the offensive side. Learn the playbook, learn the scheme, all that stuff.
Would you mind stepping up just a half step to be more than that?
Sorry about that.
You've been established as one of the clear-cut leaders of this team. So through everything you've seen now in the summer, we're 3 days away from game day. What's your gut feeling on what the makeup of this team is and who you are?
I think we're going to have a solid group of guys that have some grit to them and some toughness. I think on paper we're not the flashiest team, but I think down when it gets tough, we're gonna grit it out. And I think we have the guys in the mental toughness to do that. So I think we're gonna be a tough team.
What have you seen that makes you believe that?
I just think throughout camp, days get long, practices get hot, but we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep swinging no matter what. In scrimmages, sometimes when things aren't going our ways, we keep swinging and we end up winning the fight. So.
Tanner, what makes a great captain? And were those the 5 you would have voted for, of course?
Yeah, actually, the 2 of the 3 I voted for were named captain. So I think there's a lot of different makeup that makes a captain. I think it's somebody who embodies the standard of what we want the culture to be, and they live it. It's not just like a fake facade that they have. They live it. They embody it. They bring others along with them too. It's not just about them. It's about the team.
You mentioned that that's what you say about the fake facade. Sometimes like growth can be forced when a coaching change comes in. Mm-hmm. What maybe has felt organic about the growth of this program since you got here?
I think the guys haven't changed. When I got here day one, they're the same people that they are today, and nothing about them has changed. Maybe some of the things they're saying has changed, but they're still the same people. They're genuine. It's not fake. Outside the building, they're the same people they are between the lines.
What about from a team standpoint? Like you're trying to hit all these benchmarks, but is there maybe something that was ahead of schedule that you kind of look back now when you go through fall camp and you say, oh wow, we're a little better off here than I thought we would be coming through this?
Yeah, I think we've just continually had the growth mindset and just got better each and every day from the spring till now. You can see night and day difference in our play. So just getting better each day.
What have you noticed from Aidan as you get closer to kickoff and his first start, and a lot of talk and buzz around him? Just how's he handling himself and operating through this week?
I would say his confidence is growing each and every day. He's trying to bring guys along with him. Sometimes when days are getting long and guys are kind of losing focus, you could see him say, hey, let's go, we need you. And I think he's kind of just crossing his T's, dotting his I's, making sure he's all squared away to get the same role.
Is he a different guy than the guy who came into camp last year with you guys, would you say?
No, I think he's the same guy. Yeah, high energy, high output, always ready to go.
Do you remember anything about maybe his first play last year, the Davis game maybe? Or which, I can't remember which.
I remember in the Davis game, he pulled one and made like 5 guys miss, and that's when I knew we had something. And then in the Colorado game, he got the party started and scored our first touchdown, and that's when I knew we had something special with him.
Is Jonathan Jonathan or maybe Brian or Jim Halchik any different than they were in Corvallis?
No, they're the same guys. Same thing, same toughness, same mentality, the whole 9 yards.
You've heard the words before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dan.
Thank you.